Alright, welcome back. Today we need to get stun working in two directions. Alright, so right now, the stun works really only in one direction. Mm, Okay, okay, apparently one of my attacks is also just not working. Ah, okay, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, that is a little bit of a problem. Because it disables an attack entirely by not having it work correctly. So, what needs to happen is this stuff. Let's see if this makes any sense. Do this properly. This needs a tab. This can be there, here, and then these. Alright, fight kick works. Okay, so I'm seeing frames where both are active, which is probably not supposed to happen. Yeah, it's just not supposed to happen. I really don't like that this is a bug that I had to come up with to start fixing right now. Mm, Okay, so how do we want to think about doing this? Right now we have a check for his facing right. We have a check for facing left. We then just call this improperly, which is not right. What we might want to be doing is change our check for attacks. But then that would make the most sense. Yeah, let's do a statement here. If this space equals true, and then try that, and then same for else. Okay. Why is that? Is it this should be indented back? After else. This should be with. Let's try that. Kick, kick, kick. Both are coming out. Where is it attacking? Is attacking is here in the attack manager. Okay. Cool. Um, 1 second. Maybe it's also because this is 1 frame. This is 4 frames. Let me add a frame to like kick two frame section. Because it might be just because of no. Yeah, it's not. I think you can see that there is a flash with both, which is a problem. Okay. So then let's take a look at the frame by frame then. Frame by frame. Down, down left, right. Or sorry, down, down left, left. Light kick. That's press, that's the quarter circle. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, cool. I should also take a look at. Yeah, this is just press. What if I just use this or this? Yeah, first off, this chooses. Alright. Yeah, if is attack, okay. If attack manager dot is attacking equals false, all of it, then colon. Okay, now that might fix it, because now I can't attack with another attack at the same time. Maybe the buffer is a little too small. Okay, down, down left, left. What else? 1, 2, 3, 4. Light kick. Basically. Okay. The buffer window is pretty big. That's there. What is the problem? Is it just that they're so close together that I can't tell the difference? Okay. Because theoretically, I shouldn't be able to attack more than one attack if this is the case. Okay. I think that's fine. Um, Now to actually continue to what we were trying to do, which was make it so that stuns actually deal damage in a specific direction. So, stun manager. We'll probably do that later. All right. Where is the is facing great information? Info manager, I believe. Yes. All right. So, what else is there? There is the possibility of working with the attack manager, which I believe this doesn't have a reference to. Okay. So from the stun manager, I need to find out what direction is right. All right, so at export var, what is right? We'll go with input manager for now. Then the input manager has the information for right. It has the information for what direction is right. But does it tell me the information I need? Because if the player is facing right, then the stun should be facing right. The attacking player is facing right, then the stun should be facing right. And the exception being if I attack backwards. So what we could do is take the player's position, let's make a function for this so we can think about it more. Get stun direction. Okay, so get stun direction. What do we need in here? We need to get the player position. Player dot global position. Control S. Is right. Is it player position? Were we facing right when hit? That doesn't matter. It's what direction do we hit from? Okay, let's go to the hitbox and see. Do we have start stun? We have start stun here. Yes. We can pass in start stun with knockback direction. Uh, uh, you go to the attack data, maybe it would be better there. Just at export or default and facing right. Default knockback when facing right equals true. True. So by default, everything when facing right should be in direction of right. Right, that's in the attack data. So, but that doesn't tell me if I've been hit from the right or if I've been hit from the left. Okay. How do I get if I've been hit from the right or I've been hit from the left? Where can I grab this information? Okay. Let's think about this from the attacking player. If the attacking player has a hitbox on their right, they will hit the opponent right. But if they have a hitbox on their left, they will hit the opponent left. If they have a hitbox in the middle, then they might, then you will allow ambiguity because cross-ups. Now, if I want an attack to do the opposite direction, then maybe I would want to change the boolean. But would that make sense? If I have an attack that attacks slightly behind the player and in front of them, is that really the best way to go about it? Or should they be knocked back away from the player regardless on what direction they are in? Should I be able to hit an opponent behind me, they move backwards, and I hit an opponent in front of me, they move forwards? Would that make sense? And if so, how would I do that? Okay, let's decide on what type of stun we want. We can either have they move away from the player, they move in the direction of the attack, default direction, when facing right, meaning, in the second instance, if I hit an opponent on my right with an attack that is on my right, they will move right. if I hit an opponent on my right with an attack that is on my left, they move left. Even though that's kind of not supposed to be possible. Hmm. Okay, another option on how to do this. We get the player position that's attacking, so we can probably get the attack manager position or the attack's position from the collision shape. Okay. Would that actually have the area? No, the area wouldn't have that information, and I don't think the areas are even in that. Yeah, all the areas are there, which is another problem. These only have a hitbox and hurt boxes. Okay, so based on how it's set up right now, it would be a bad idea to have it be based on the hitbox and hurt box. What this means is we have the option of it hits in a default direction, or we get a reference to the player's hitbox has a reference to attack parent, which is the attack. This is attacking, attack, else. And didn't finish the thing I wanted to do, but right. Let's set up just some way to hit the opponent easily. So right now in the stun manager, attack data has a value that we didn't save. Default knockback when facing right. So if this is true, and player dot is underscore input manager, that's where it is. So from the attack, if the default is facing right, or and this manager. The input manager? No, I don't like that. No, 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 no. I can't, it shouldn't be the input manager. Um, this should be in the player. I think I could just change this to player, the host part. Input manager is only going to really take in a player. Why do I have this entity base thing then? Hmm. So now I have player instead. Control F host. Replace with the word player. The behavior basis stuff where this action is nothing that matters. I'll keep it as entity base, but I don't like the host part. No. I guess sure we have all of these. We have behavior base that has this host thing. That doesn't matter in some cases. Stun manager, this thing is just not working. Shadowing an already declared variable at line 6 in kernel class. Just if I want to get the stun direction for the player, given the attack data and the player, well, does this player matter when they're facing gray? No, we don't care about this player. What we care about is the attack data. So print attacks right. I did not mean to zoom too much. That's enough. All right, then, so if default attacks right by default, okay, it's not printing that because it needs to hit something. Okay, that says attacks right by default. Yep, that makes sense because it's set to attacks right by default. Meaning, if it attacks right by default, if I'm on the left side of the thing I hit, that thing I hit should go right. Okay. Sure. Yes, stun direction. If it's called in the hitbox, which it kinda is, everything is called in the health, which is called in the hitbox. And this hitbox has its position, which should be overlapping with the player. The attack manager is not the frame. The attack location though is it's not the player, which is the thing I'm like no about. I don't want to have a reference to the player. It could be the folder. What should it be? How do I want a reference to the player that starts the attack? I start the attack with the player. If I'm on the left, I hit the person on the right. Okay, at hit is when I can transfer data between the two of them. So when I hit with a hitbox, and I detect the hit with the hurt box. The hurt box has a position and the hit box has a position. The hitbox position matters a lot less than the hurt box position. No, no. I need the center of the player. I need the player. Or even just the folder. Is calling get parent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times really the best idea? Or is there another thing I can do? How do I grab the player without being annoying with the references? The hitbox doesn't have a direct reference to the attack manager. In fact, it's literally grabbing the frame, the attack it's in via the attack manager. Let's go to the stun manager and start writing some variables. Var attacking player X position var this Y position. Is X position. Okay. This entity's X position is easily grabbable from the player. So this X position equals player dot position dot X. I might want global position. this thing's global position. X coordinate is done. Alright, now I need to check or figure out how to get the attacking thing's X position. So the thing that's attacking me is eventually parented to a player. Is this the point where I use the make unique? Because this up to here is forced structure. Does this have the player? No. Should it have the player? The health. Does this have the player? No. Does the stun manager have the player? Yes, it does. However, it's not a great thing to grab with. Okay. Or that export var host, and we'll go with entity base. Save. Click here, assign player. Go here. Choose the player. Now we've made the attack manager have the host. The hitbox can get the attack manager. At on ready for attack manager point attack manager equals 3 calls of get parent. So hitbox frame my attack manager. Then I can call area hurt comma. I can add the attack manager dot host dot position dot x. Okay. This needs to take in attack position colon underscore x, which should be a float. Then the stun manager should start the stun with this same information. attack right. The attacker position must be less than the if attacking entity position is less than this thing's position. This position, which will be player dot load position dot x colon tax right. Copy, paste. If this is greater than okay, this disappears. This is gone. Why do I have it as the player? Why did I decide player? Player position. Player is stunned. Uh, is stunned can be an entity thing. Velocity. Velocity is on floor. Velocity is stunned. Velocity is stunned. Okay. So it could be a host. This is a behavior, so it can be host. It's just that the entities don't literally don't have anything. Um, okay, save. Then in the stun manager, because we need this to work for many things. Remove this. Control F. Player with host. All right. That hits them down. That hits them right. Attacks left. Okay. And then attacks right. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. 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 That's good. That's good. What do I call this here? If attack da da da. No. Okay. We have the right working. We just need to make it actually calculate positions. Then we can have a variable here that's a var done dir for direction. Send direction equals 1. Send direction equals -1. And then we multiply. Anyways, I think that's fine. Okay, we hit them left. We hit them left. Let's go. We hit them left. We hit them right. Ooh. Okay, stun direction. That is a bit of a problem. Because I can't just use the vector portion. I need to hit the part that is the X. So let's make it a vector. Okay. Control C, Control V dot right, vector dot left. No, can't be those. Equals vector 1, comma 1. Okay. Then dot x equals 1, and this one dot x equals -1. Alright, and test it. This took significantly longer than I anticipated. Left, that's fine. Okay. The launching, that launches up and left. This launches up and right. And it's attacking in the direction we want. We are up. We are good to go with that. Alright. Um, Problem with this. I don't like how I grab these. I really don't like how I grab these. So, first off, I'm doing host position. Second off, I'm doing the attacker position that has to run through like four different sets of information. First, the hitbox grabs that information. It passes it to the attack manager, right? Yeah, it passes it to the attack manager, which it then just takes the host. No, the hitbox attaches the attack manager to itself. Oh my gosh. What is this cobweb of things? I don't like that. It's such a terrible way to do it. At least that's what I feel like it is. get in stream, need to go to sleep. But I don't like that I've done it that way, which is really annoying. Bye.